Hello and welcome to this IPD IntelliDrive controller tutorial video. In this video you will get a very quick overview of the different features and how to use IntelliDrive controller for configuring your IPD amplifiers. When opening up IntelliDrive controller, you will end up in the global view. As you can see, I have 6 IPD amplifiers connected to the network. Each amplifier is represented by one panel looking like this, where you can see the name of the amplifier. You can rename it here as well. You can mute both outputs of the amplifier. You can keep track of view meters, and this is where you also enter the amplifiers for configuring it. When entering the amplifier, you will end up in the input mixer page. Here, for each channel of the amplifier, you will set the mix for the incoming signals to go into the DSP. You have 2 analog and 2 AS inputs in the IPD. From there, you will go further into levels, where you can set the input levels, further to output levels, and then here is where you configure your limiter. If we follow the signal chain like you can see up here, going from here to here, you know that you have configured your IPD. The EQ page looks like this, and that looks the same for input and output EQs. You'll have 10 parametric EQs, which you can just drag like this on the screen, or you can use the different faders down here. Here is also where you set the delay. If you're in input EQ section, this delay will regard inputs, and if you're in output EQ sections over here, the delay will regard the outputs. In between the input EQ and output EQ, you will have the crossover, where you can very easily set your crossovers. You can do that by dragging on the screen or by entering text. Always present up here is the device header. From here you always have access, no matter where you are, to power or standby button, the 2 output mutes, the name of the amplifier, and you can also rename it here, the IP address, the temperature, and you can also select and store and recall presets on the device or onto the computer.